Hello everyone, this is Solus44 and welcome to Project Ozone 3 Minecraft 1.12. That's right, I'm still playing 1.12. I've also playing 1.14, but let's get into this real quick. This is going to be a Q&A intro. It's my first video. I saw a need and I'm going to fill a need. That's pretty much what we're doing here. I'm trying to figure out a way of helping out modded Minecraft players to work through some issues they have with all the different mods, and I felt like Project Ozone 3 had the largest variety of mods available to you to play that were completed. The mod pack and the mods themselves vary, of course, depending on how the mod author sets it up. This is Project Ozone 3 non-Kappa mode, meaning that there's a various different types of recipe changes. But look, here we go. You come to me in the comments section and say, "Hey, Solus, I need help with modular machinery. What do I do? How do I set this up? What do I need to make?" I show you how to do it. Now it can change from mod pack to mod pack, but I can go through and find a mod that you are interested in trying, and I can work it out. I'll do the research for you. That's the whole point here. Or I'll just build something you want me to build. You say, "Hey, look, build me a rocket." Well, there's a rocket. I'm not saying that it's a rocket that works at the moment. I'm still figuring out Galacticraft. But as I get through the mod packs, I can show it to you. I can give you information. I can do all the work for you. I can do the research for you, and I can show you what I found, and I'll make a custom tailored video just for you. That's right. Everyone here can put comments down below. Make sure you tell me what version of Minecraft that you're using, and I can show you what I found, and maybe I can help you out. No guarantees. I'm not promising you I know everything, because I don't. In fact, there are so many things on Project Ozone 3 that I haven't even gone through it all yet. To put that in perspective, I could show you my quest book, but I'm not going to in this video. I will tell you this. I like to play with machines, so there will be a lot of machinery down here. I try to find the most efficient way to use the machines and get them as early as possible. I can show a tutorial kind of video for how-tos on anything you pretty much ask, but you know, be patient. I will have a lot of videos up and running, and hopefully I can get them to you as soon as possible. In the meantime, enjoy a quick walk through my base as I explore and show you what I've done so far, and I can give you an idea of how I got there. You just ask in the comments, and it's all for you. That's right, all for you. Any viewer, you like, subscribe, and I will dedicate a video to you on how to do one thing that you ask. Maybe two things that you ask at a time, as long as they're related. And don't go overboard, but I will definitely help you. That's my goal, is to do help. There are too many videos out there where it's kind of like a, "Hey, this is my mod, and I have this chest here. This chest does X, X, and X," and then they leave you. But then you have questions. So you leave questions and stuff, and then no answers get given to you. Well, that's where I come in. I help you. I give you the information that you want directly. That's right. I answer your questions. I answer your comments, and I go through, and I'll even at one point put my Twitter information up there. So if you want to give me a tweet and says, "Hey, Solus, you showed how to do this Galacticraft thing over here, but you didn't. I saw in your video that there was this weird looking structure over here. What does that do?" Well, I'll tell you. I'll go through and I'll make a video just for you, or I'll give you some information straight on Twitter. I'll answer you in the comments. That's my goal. That's my promise. Is I will try and answer every single comment and every single question you have. This is just Project Ozone 3 regular mode that I have going on right now. Garden of Glass. Right? Nothing special. Pretty complicated, still very large amount of quests and a huge amount of mods. That's why I chose it as my opening video. However, there are a ton of mod packs out there and a lot of mods, and I've played a lot of them too. So if you have a question about a mod pack and you have a question about a mod, go ahead and leave the full information that you can get about a mod or a mod pack that you want to answer to, and I will see if I can get that information to you. I'll download the mod pack myself, I'll add the mod to my system, whatever I got to do. So without further ado, let's go through a real quick tutorial of my ugly base over here. I don't really build for quality of looks. I'm not that kind of a person. I just want to figure things out and get them done. I will occasionally do a little bit of artsy stuff, but for the most part, yeah, it's functional stuff, and making sure things work. Let's face it, there are so many mods out there that when you open up a mod pack, you never know what you're going to get. You never know where you're going to go. You never know what you're going to end up running into or what direction you should go. And let's face it, there's plenty of room for help. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you out. I'm here to help you and all your friends get done with modded Minecraft and be able to enjoy it. Maybe you are a person that enjoys arts and crafts and stuff with blocks. That's what this is, right? This is arts and crafts with blocks. It's just digital, which makes it, you know, a lot less messy, and you don't have to step on any Legos in the morning. Right, buddy? Right? Yeah. So anyway, without further ado, I will go through a quick tutorial of my base and what functionality I have going on in each area. Let's see here. We're going to change my field of view, and let's go through this. Alright, so first thing I'm going to talk about is Galacticraft. I have not completed Galacticraft. That is the very first rocket, tier 1, and a fueler. That's all I have ready for that. We'll do that some other time. Over here in these vector plates are taking me over to my portal room. It's the only artsy thing that I've built, and it's not even that artsy. It's pretty ugly, actually. I just put it together real quick because I wanted to do something a little different. Travel in my world really doesn't take that long, but I decided to put some waystones so I can get around quickly and efficiently. This is a portal to the Erebus dimension, where there's lots of bugs and junk, gross creatures, but it's necessary. Hunting dimension, your mining dimension, the Nether, and the Void World, along with a cake to the end. In this mod pack, there are cakes that will take you to the various dimensions and allow you to complete quests by collecting items at different ones. I'm not going to take you to any of those dimensions at this time. Waystone, take me to main. This is my Applied Energistics main crafting area. It is not too complicated of a setup, so don't give me too much of a hard time. But if you like channels and you like Applied Energistics, I have to tell you, in Project Ozone 3, it's useful to a certain degree, but there are some issues that I'm having personally, and it may just be my computer, I don't know. The equivalent integrations doesn't work for me. Don't know why. I set it up correctly as far as I know. But, you know, sometimes you just have to go with it and make the best of it. But if you look inside here, I have a storage bus connected to it. It is online, and I did the appropriate alchemical algorithms in the catalyst, whatever. It just didn't work. I may get into it with the mod pack author and ask him for advice, or go through a wiki and find out. If you ask me to, I'll try, but I'm not finding any information on it at the moment, so I gave up, and I included an alternative, and I'll show you what that is. So down here, I have these EMC assemblers, and they help me by putting in EMC into the Applied Energistics system, the computer, the storage system, to let me craft things out of EMC that I've already learned. So anything that's inside this tablet, I can make inside that. Ooh, I reached a trillion mark. Holy smoke. Well, I knew that was going to happen eventually. Am I still? Yeah, still feeding it EMC. This EMC link is actually showing you I'm gathering about 224 million a second. I think it's maxed out. Yeah, I think I maxed out my my system here. Can I? Oop, nope, that's it. It maxed out. So I have a maxed out EMC. I'll show you the EMC farm at some other time. This is my mob farm. I started off very early making a really ugly looking mob farm. I killed a lot of creatures and then got Cursed Earth, which is in here. There's Cursed Earth right up there. See, Cursed Earth. It's been blown up I don't even know how many times. I had nitro creepers and all kinds of crazy stuff going on. I had to make some really quick lights to turn it off because I don't use it anymore. I could go back through again and turn it back on and generate a ton of mobs. They were all falling down, but the point is I was collecting essence, this fluid essence. The reason being is industrial foregoing. This machine will allow you to duplicate mobs using a mob duplicator, and that is in another dimension, so that way I don't actually run into any complications, lag, whatnot. Those drops from those creatures were being vacuumed in and put into this loot bag storage, and then opened up by this loot bag storage, and it was going into all these different filters, etc. This modular storage, it was going into a chest, which I still have some stuff going into, which I don't know. I'm not really too worried about it at the moment. But the storage was filling up really bad, and I was having issues with it. So then I kind of sort of had a whole lot of these barrels full of infinity upgrades, and they were filling this whole wall. And yeah, I got tired of seeing it. It was a mess. Is it advantageous? Sometimes I would say yes or no, but I'll tell you how to do it if you want to. Same thing with these. This is my Empower. Yeah, that's how I built it. You want to build it differently, that's fine. But hey, you need to figure out how to empower items, I can do that for you. You want to figure out how to do storage of fluids, I can do that for you. This essence, look at that. Hundreds of gallons, I don't even know how many buckets that is. That's a lot of buckets of essence, so it's gone. Down there we have my Abyssalcraft charging area, where I charge up my Necronomicons and stuff. Down underneath it is actually a Voidcraft. This is soft bedrock, and it is used for growing void fruit. This is Erebus material, by the way, ugly stuff. And in here is some more Abyssalcraft with a portal to the Abyssalcraft world. And you'll see beds everywhere. I think that I shouldn't have to go back to beds in different locations, and I didn't feel like making sleeping bags and whatnot, so I just threw a bed down. Alright, you have your Astral Sorcery area. This is an attunement area. This is the crafting station area. This is, yeah, little telescopes, rituals, automating Starlight Infusers, Draconic Evolution. This is the basic Draconic Evolution setup that I've always used. I like to keep as much power going into each one of these as I can to speed up the process. I don't know if there's a limit to how much you can input in or how much they can take in, but this setup seems to work fairly quickly, and it works. I mean, it does its job. It's not like this is the end-all be-all setup, but it works. So if you just need functional, that's what I do. I do functional. Now, this is the industrial foregoing plant gatherer, which I found out was a lot faster than the farmer. I was using a farmer for a while, and then I actually upgraded to like 4 farmers. And yeah, if I need to grow any essence for whatever reason, this is where I do it at. This time block makes growing plants extremely fast. Yeah, excuse me. Oh, I need some coffee. So, water keeps this wet. This item conduit was because I had a farmer there. I just left it here to keep the water contained. I don't even know why I put a liquid magma block there. Anyway, this chest used to take in a whole lot of items and deliver it into the system. So if I ever need to grow anything, I can get essence and stuff here. Early game, Spectre Coils, best thing to do. You can't get it without embers. Well, at least in this mod pack, the easiest way to get those little specters is through embers. So let's go to my ember area and I'll show you what's going on. This grew from a whole lot of nothing, right? I'll show you my reactor next. I don't know how to explain this, but I'll have to go through and individually show how I did embers. This is an ember bore. The ember bore will get you your ember crystals, and right now I have all those piped into here so you won't see any. But yeah, this is a giant battery, basically, or storage battery of power. Embers uses an imaginary block at bedrock to give you power, and you can use it to craft with. It'll give you a codex. You can use the codex then to go through and create the various different tools you need. If you want me to do that, I'll show you how. If you want me to show you how to do anything you see or you question anything about my area, feel free to leave a like, comment, give me some information so that I can give you feedback. If you subscribe and you put your alert on, the little bell, I can then send you a video directly answering any questions. That's what I plan on doing. This is my reactor. It's a big reactor. It's from the mod Extreme Reactors. It's not super efficient. In fact, it's inefficient as you can get. I don't really care. I originally wanted it inefficient so that I could get materials. These, plutonium. This is my output of the plutonium. What I have is an output coming from here going into this crafter, and this crafter, when it reaches a certain level, will then send the result into here. Then I turn that into a different material later on. So power wise, activating this reactor, let's go ahead and activate that reactor. It should have been on anyway. This is set with the weakest level on, meaning that the rods are almost all the way inserted, and it's just very large. So I know it's going to produce a lot of power for me. 700, I think it goes to 800 K RF per tick. I have that running into this infinity capacitor here, and it's holding HFE. I believe that's Forge Energy. And then these spectral energy injectors, which I will love to make a video for you about spectral energy. I think it's a very not talked about mod, and it is really good to have. I mean, if you wanted to get early interdimensional power, the spectral energy relays are the way to go. I use them for everything. I'm a big fan, and I will make it a video for sure about how I did it. Using very easy stuff. Bonsai trees, a hidden unknown in this mod pack. I've never seen anyone use it yet. I'm sure people will after I show them how, or they see how. But yeah, these spectral coils, you can, it's even got its own dimension. Real quick, let's go there. You're going to make this key with a spectral coil. I'll go ahead and show you this dimension real quick. I apologize for the wait on the load. Usually my loading is really fast. So this is the spectral dimension. It's not free of everything. There are slime islands and stuff here, but it's just a small little room, free of craziness. This is I don't know. I'll tell you about that some other time. Anyway, you want to go back. You can either hold the key to go back. It'll charge up, or I just use my teleporter here and get back home. But you can use this space as a safe space. There's not a whole lot that can go wrong. I mean, these blocks are unbreakable. You can't harvest them, so yeah, it's safe. You can put a whole entire room full of machines in here and then just have all the outputs and inputs going in through quantum rings or whatnot. If you figure out how to do it laying down. I believe you can do it laying flat so that you have room for them. I don't know. I haven't done it. It wasn't really necessary, but in the future, if you want, that's something for me to do. I'll be more than happy to do that for you. So let's get teleported back. Alright, so we're back in our dimension. I've showed you everything over there. This is my only modular machine. I will build a modular machine if you want me to show you how to do it. There are some issues with modular machinery that I have, being inputs and output hatches, and like, I don't know why you would have an energy output hatch unless you're generating energy somewhere. I don't know. But I can look it up for you and answer your questions on it. Immersive engineering. I didn't do the immersive engineering as far as a lot of people do. I only did the base of what I needed to do for what I wanted. But if you need help with that, I'd be more than happy to help you with that as well. I used this for recycling. I didn't like the way to get ironwood and the different types of wood, or the materials from Twilight Forest that were available to me. So I went through with the Twilight Forest, killed a ton of mobs, came back here, dropped off all the loot, and melted it all down into ingots so that I had plenty. It was a lot easier and faster for me that way. This is Pneumaticraft over here. I don't like Pneumaticraft as much as it looks like a lot of effort was put into it. It's mostly my own preference, because it requires heat and heat dissipation issues, and I don't know, it's tedious. I have to build these because I don't know how to keep them heated properly, but that's pyrotheum in there, and yeah, I required to make plastic, so I made plastic, and it was a lot of manual crafting. I did it all off camera a long time ago, and I just wanted to let people know, hey, it is possible to do, and I can show you how I did it. This is slow, so I didn't really do a whole lot with it. But this is a pressure chamber. It's a small one. So I do know how to do it, and if you have questions on it, I'll be more than happy to show you. But how are you doing? I'm generating pigs again. So the more on Garden of Glass, which is void worlds like this, yeah, just generate a ton of grass that has green grass, and you will get animals spawning. And in this mod pack, there are actually cows that have fluids. You can get lucky like I did. I got a grassoline one. I don't know. Most of the time, they're just regular standard. This is Witchwater area. This is my Petal Apothecary for Botania. Botania and I are long for overdue overhaul as far as what I do with it, because I needed to learn it over again. My main way of remembering what to do was based on just these endo flames. Yeah, so I figured out how to make all of this stuff over again. I'll be more than happy to go through that with you if you request it. I was using lava generating flowers, which apparently burn up and die over time. I didn't know. So I went through all the trouble of creating this automated, nice lava portal. Everything was lava set up, and it was great. Generated a very large amount of mana, by the way. I mean, a lot of mana. But, yeah, it's not automated because these flowers burn up. Or, I don't know, they die. They're not fully whatever. Terra Steel, once you make it, it's cool. Yeah, cool blocks. Made an elf portal. Munch Juice, this is my automation. What I did was I just have it pumping in oak leaves. I have a crafting card, crafting oak leaves out of EMC. So once you have EMC craftable, you can do that. Mine wasn't working correctly, so I actually put a mod in the mod pack to fix it, which made things better. For me, these Munch Dews are full of mana. Everything is full of mana, otherwise this would still be running really fast. This thing places down blocks extremely fast, and boom, there you go. You end up with a ton of mana. So that's how that works for me. Early game, get this orchid. Work towards this. If you work to this, you can get rid of your sifter. I'll show you real quick. This is probably going to be loud. Maybe not. But one stack of stone. It only works with regular stone. so you have to have cooked stone, cobblestone. You put it in a block placer. This detects the block being placed. This breaks it. This changes it. This has to have mana, so keep mana going. Now, it used to be it would take forever. Watch this. Instantly, I get a block. So you can imagine how fast this is, right? Here we go. And so you end up with a stack going into here. And now, the reason why I say you need to do this is these. Extra planets. Extra planets. That means without even going to outer space, I'm able to collect, see, and these are Project Red, armors, etc. The extra planet zinc, extra planet zinc, more zinc. I'll just sort that for you guys. Extra planet dark iron. So you can get some items from extra planets through this orchid. Orchid. I don't know, whatever you call it. Great way to get cool new blocks also, because I really like the way some of those blocks look. There is no other way that I know of to get these beautiful blue Neptune zinc ores. I really like the way they look. If they didn't have the speckles so tiger striped, I would probably use them to build with. So yeah, I like blue, I like black, I like silver. Those are my colors. Over here is the heart of my AE system. This is just the controller block. One controller block is all I needed. I don't know why people go crazy and make these big brains and stuff. Yeah, P2P tunnels, all that stuff. Hey, it might be necessary. I mean, I suppose if you're really getting into it and you want to go for it, hey, and you like the way it looks, it doesn't look bad. It looks kind of neat, right? There's little channels and swirly stuff. It's glowing. Yeah, I'm a refined storage person because of fluid crafting, and I'll never change when it comes to that opinion. Fight me for it if you want, but it's not going to happen. Channels are fun for some people. I'm not a huge fan, but as you can see, using one single controller block, I was able to run a very large series of networking to, look, this is nuts, and it's a mess. You want to talk about dire wire? Yes, I'm sorry, but I really appreciate that guy. He does a lot of work and publicly about how to make things and how to do things, and his channel is pretty good, so go over there and check him out. Yeah, I learned a lot from that guy. So these are all, this is all hidden. This is my, look, these are my growth, I don't know what you call them, growth chambers. This is my crafting terminals, my crafting section. Basically all my interfaces and molecular assemblers are right there. I just put them inside this block just because they were real ugly. I didn't make it look pretty. I know a lot of people do a lot of really cool stuff with it. I'm not a fan of that. I don't have time. It looked like this blob of just junk. And in fact, I probably will add 2 more molecular assemblers to that, just so that I can just finish it out and make sure that it has as many options as it can. So the coprocessors are being used. Same thing with these. They didn't have to be here. I didn't have to lay them out in this format. I just was experimenting with how to get them to line up and be the most compact as possible. And as far as I can tell, this is it. These are real compact. I could actually run a 4th one, of course, on the bottom right there, and I might do that one day, but not today. Alright, and we're getting close to the end of my episode, so I want to make sure I let you guys know. Alright, here's the Voidcraft stuff. I'll go into that if you want me to. Voidcraft, it's a neat mod. It requires some very interesting things, like this Voidic Charger. I mean, it's based around obsidian flasks being filled with air near the base of the world. So I just go to my reactor, which is down at the bottom, down there, by my embers, and I just fill up a whole bunch of flasks full of ember air. I don't know what it is. It's void air. It's from the void. I'm in a void world, so it's pretty easy. There's a slime island over there, which in the very beginning of the game I built a bridge to and used it to get a lot of slime and get a few mob drop bags, loot bags. And those loot bags gave me enough stuff to get started. You're going to want to get a market, but what you pay for is in the random acts of kindness for this mod pack. Any mod pack that has a market, get it. I just recommend that being a thing. Just because you can get things like apple trees and mushrooms and your different flowers and seeds that you're gonna need to progress through the mod packs. I can show you any of that stuff if you'd like. Just leave a request down at the bottom and I'll see what I can do for you. So that pretty much covers all of my area. I have a room here. A long time ago I needed this to work with. I didn't have the Spectre coils. I just left it alone. I've got a miner that laser void mines for me. It's not even really producing anything really, but it did used to. I needed certain specific ores. I would change lenses. I've killed all the creatures and all the things, so I collect the little statues and baubles. So this is like my dashboard, little bobbleheads. Then you can click on them and they'll do stuff to you, whatever. The wither I killed about, I don't know, I think I killed the wither like 8 times. In this mod pack, if you kill a wither, it becomes stronger every time you summon it. So it gets real tedious real quick, so watch that in this mod pack. The dragon's the same way. I have not killed the Chaos Dragon yet, or the Chaos Guardian yet, but I will soon, just so that I can look at all these crystals, all these rock crystals. I love Astral. It's so nice. The marble tiles are just beautiful. But once again, if you want to know how to build something and you have specific questions to ask, there are tons of tutorials out there. That's what I'm going to leave you all with. There are tons of tutorials out there and available to everybody for modded Minecraft. So I'm not really performing any service on tutorials per se, but mostly I'm providing a service to you, from me to you. Just, hey, how do I do this? And I go and I find out how to do that specific thing. Alright? If you have issues, feel free to contact me. This is Souls44, and I'm going to be blasting off one of these days in one of these rockets. Yeah, for sure. But not today. Not quite. I do want to tell you one thing. I stole this skin. Whoever made this skin, I love this skin. Thank you for allowing others to have it. It was on a free download, so I downloaded it. I may change my skin later on, but for right now, this is what I'm keeping. I think it looks awesome. It is a mixture between almost like a comic book character with a little bit of a ninja thing going on, and I think it's cool, so I'm going to keep it. Thanks. Sorry if you have the same one, but it's mine. So, Souls44, and oh, come here, pig. Come here, pig. Gah. No, I'm not going to kill a pig. I may add another video. In any case, talk to you later. Have a good one.